to the Beautiful Life Podcast. I'm your host, Ronnie Swace. We are in a crazy time right now. So much going on with the world and so much that we're trying to just keep our spirits up. We're trying to get through. But we need to stay in a really good space, and we need to make sure that we can access the people that can help us through this challenging time. And the Beautiful Life Podcast is all about hope, healing, and guidance. And on that note, with me today is Melissa Brankowitz, and she is from True Being of Light Intuitive Healings. And she is a spiritual channeler, did I say that word right? And an intuitive healer. Melissa, welcome to the show. And did I say that right?
Yes, you did. Thank you very much. You did. You got that right on there. Thank you so much.
Okay, great.
Connecting me with this as well. This is fantastic.
Well, I'm so glad that you were finally able to get on. So I'm really excited about that. And you and I have already talked off radio that you're going to be coming on again because we have so much to talk about. But first, before we start with anything else, how about we start to explain to people, when you say the term intuition, like what does that actually mean, and what does it mean in terms of what you do for people?
Okay. In essence, our own intuition is our own connection to our inner knowing, our inner knowledge. Some else may say our higher selves as well, or some might even say connection to the field. There's a few definitions of what we can use for actually this. But for me, opening up to my intuition, the thing is this: I believe everyone has this access. We can all access their intuition, and it's a matter of opening up and in a few different ways, and sitting with this, whether it's meditation or just opening up to this and allow. The big word is allowing as well, allowing for things to come through, information, messages, feelings, senses, and allowing it to come through. And then the next step is actually trusting in what you're receiving is like, what is this? Oh, this makes sense. How am I feeling when I see this? How am I feeling when I sense this? And trusting that this is our inner intuition and also our guides all around us, bringing in messages of guidance and hope. And that's in essence, my biggest message where I want to be able to use my intuition is through messages of guidance and hope and peace, just like the beautiful wordings of A Beautiful Life magazine as well, how that message is just shared. Mm-hmm. That's bottom line. That's my true purpose, is to share these beautiful messages. And also now at this time, the importance, how other people can learn to access and opening up to their intuition. And that myself, I'm on like a mission now. Let's help people open up, and I would love to talk about our chakras and our energy systems and opening up balancing our chakras and everything. So that, in essence, once we start to work within ourselves, and that's the key here, opening up ourselves and working with ourselves so we can help heal ourselves, so then we can help heal other people.
Well, on that note, maybe you want to take a moment and just explain the term chakra.
Sure. It's in essence, it's our energy systems, and we're all made of energy. So I would love to talk about our main 7 chakras that I talk about, and I use guided meditation and imagery to go in and feel each chakra and opening up as well, to opening up and allowing our intuition and messages to come through. Excuse me. So yes. So would you like me to just go ahead and explain a little bit about each one then?
Yeah. Just so people understand better what that means.
Okay. Also, one important thing is, as well as when I'm talking about our energy centers and our chakras, they're also connected to our body systems and our organs. And this is something huge as well, coming with my nursing background as well. I've studied the human body, our anatomy and physiology, and this keys in with me as well. I also do Reiki energy healing as well, along with my guided messages and readings. So it's huge when we can go in and sense an energy shift or a blockage and we can identify it with, say, it's our liver, how we're having anger or resentment, where we can kind of identify where we might be having pains or problems in our bodies as well, that can be through chakra opening and balancing, we can clear these energy blockages and emotions. It's huge that are tied to each issue we are dealing with as well. And one thing with all the energy healing, as I can say, is that emotional clearing is huge. We are all made of water, and I love to state this saying, that one, we're all made of water, and we're ancient water, and all our emotions are also connected in our cells and our water. And when we have a good cry, we release, and a lot of energy moves out, like stagnant old block energy moves out also with crying. I love this saying. And so a good cry is always very good. We can release so much negative energy build up, emotions, sadness, anger, and hence we can let it all go and bring forth new loving, kind, compassion energy into our heart again. So that's huge as well. I love to share with any kind of energy healing. So on that note, let me just briefly chat about, I'm going to go up our body systems with our 7 main chakras here. I'm going to start at our root chakra. And some people also know the Sanskrit name, and forgive me, I might not say it quite correctly, that Muladhara, meaning root or support. This is located at the base of our spine and relates to the physical plane and material reality, and rooting and grounding. Second chakra here, I'm going to go with our colors as well, is our orange sacral chakra. Sanskrit meaning Svadhisthana, meaning sweetness, located just below the navel and relates to our sexual and our reproductive capacity, and also our creativity as well.
Wow.
Moving up to our third chakra is yellow, and we have our solar plexus chakra here. Sanskrit name is Manipura, meaning lustrous gem. This is located between the sternum bone and the navel and relates to personal power. This is our will, our powerhouse. So when you think of like bright yellow sun, this is what I think. I imagine it right in my center here. That's where your gut, where you feel things as well. Moving up to the fourth chakra, we're at our heart chakra, which represents green. Sanskrit name is Anahata, meaning unstuck. This is located at the center of the chest, and this relates with love, compassion, and healing. This is where we also, the emotions are felt so much in our heart. Moving up to the fifth chakra, we have our throat chakra. This is represented with blue. Sanskrit name is Vishuddha, meaning purification, located at the base of the neck and relates to self-expression and communication. And also speaking our truth. That's huge, speaking our truth. Especially if you're feeling a blockage in your throat, this is connected to speaking our truth and getting our truth out. Going up again to our sixth chakra represents, I call it royal purple myself. And the Sanskrit name for our third eye chakra, which is the center of our forehead, is Anja, meaning to perceive, located above and between the eyebrows and relates to intuition and wisdom. And then our seventh chakra is our crown chakra, which we feel at the top of our head. Sanskrit name is Sanasara, meaning thousandfold, located at the top of our head and relates to spirituality, transcendence, and being connected with higher planes of consciousness.
Wow.
So there is our 7 chakras there, main chakras that we talk about. So when we go in with chakra balancing and opening up, which I share in meditation, we can go in and sense and feel through colors, through feelings of what's, as I explained, opening up chakras, that we also imagine it spinning and opening in a clockwise direction, and we can see and feel how that feels like as we're going through our systems in our body, through our meditation and everything. And we can see if it's really dark or muddle looking, and if it's kind of more of something that's really blocked in you. And having these meditations and opening them up can just help clear these emotions as well. Just the other day I did a lovely reading for someone, and it was actually, we got to the point of her solar plexus in her stomach, and she goes, I don't know what's going on now, Melissa, but I really have a sense I really want to cry right now. And it's like, well, that's okay. Let it out. Let these tears flow, and know that you're clearing any little energy blockages that you've been feeling and sensing in your life. And knowing that you are opening up even more, where you're going to have more of an open channel to receive your messages from your higher self, your loved ones, your guides. So that is huge. So that's really my, I'm excited to share this with people because it's something that's helped me in essence for over the last 12 years, where it helped me through. It started with, stress reduction, decreased pain with lower back issues, and going through mental breakdown. So it all started as my grounding and framework for this, then opened up to my foundation of how I can share with everyone else. This is, look what we can do. We can open up. We can receive messages for our friends, from our loved ones, and our guides, and experience emotional healing and clearing, which is so important at this time.
When you talk about receiving messages, you've talked about this before with the channel. Like, what exactly is channeling? Like, what do you mean by that? When you are you feeling something? Is it words? Are you hearing voices? You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean?
A bit of everything, actually. When I first started opening up with this, it came to me like, you'll speak to a lot of people, channelers or mediums, and even psychic people. They bring in messages. It's almost like a movie screen in front of when you close your eyes and you're going in. It's like almost like a movie screen of say visions, or just like a movie screen of actions, people, different ideas and concepts, and it's almost, you see it like a movie screen. And of course, sensing and feeling. Of course, we have our clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience of feeling and knowing. So there's all those clairs that we're dealing with here. And when I started this, it kind of began, bit by bit, step by step. But the very visual came to me right away. I was very visual, which that was very interesting. But also, when messages can come through, they can be very symbolic, and also they can be very literal. So I always do joke with people. I said, I get some really interesting things from spirit, so I'm going to share it with you. And this is how they like to bring it across. So I want to let you know what I'm seeing, so you can let me know how it means importance to you, because they have certain ways of bringing ideas across that when I'm doing a reading for someone, they're going to say, okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah. So that in itself is how I started opening up. And then it was March 15th, 2015, or March 23rd, actually, 2015. I'd had many teachers and friends who were already bringing in, they would say actually channeled messages from their spirit guides and the archangels, etc. And I remember back then thinking, oh my God, this is so friggin' cool. I wish I could do this. And they would bring through the words of spirit, the words, and beautiful, lovely, divine guided messages. And I'll never forget it, sitting down March 23rd, 2015. I was doing a meditation and sending healing energy to a family out to Newfoundland who just had a mini stroke. And I sit down, I'm seeing all these beautiful pyramids and lights. And then I'm seeing a man, myself is in a male in those leather groin cloth clothing thingy-jiggies. And I'm seeing this is like a movie screen in my eyes, inside my head, and it's bending down by a riverside, and they're opening up a sachet of a leather satchel bag and showing me, holding a mirror up to me, and I'm seeing my true self. And at that time, that's when the words of spirit started coming through. And I'll never forget them. The first few words were, Melissa, clear the smoke from your eyes and open your heart. And then blah, 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 blah. They started flowing, all these words and flowing. And then I remember sitting down, okay, this is what channeling's all about. Holy shit, this is it. What do I do with this now? And then a week later, I think I sat down and did the same thing. And it's like, okay, it's like, welcome to the chamber and council of light and blah, 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 blah. And like, okay, this is really neat. And then at that time, I thought, okay, now that this is channeling. So I actually officially went back to one of my other teachers who has also done mediumship and psychic development and channeling classes. And she actually would share a channel message with us within every session of classes we would do. We would do 8 sessions of classes with her. So I'd witnessed what it was like to share the voice of spirit when she used her voice. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to take some more classes now so I can learn to do this using my voice, because initially I was writing it all down on paper. So now that was a wonderful opportunity and opening for me to just, let's really practice this with a group of like-minded people, which I've done with all my classes I've taken. They've all been with a beautiful healing circle, which has been so important in my learning and growth. And then I started those classes, and then the sharing grew and grew, and then we all shared our channels with each other. And then these guides literally helped me get through and validated my emotions and feelings through my separation, which were like totally amazing. That's what everybody needs to get through that time. And then now I've met Ronnie with the Beautiful Life magazine here, where I have the opportunity to share my channels within the Beautiful Life magazine and really get these messages shared with the world. And this is, bottom line, this is what they share with me every time I sit down to do a channels. Share the messages of love, light, hope, peace, and compassion every time. It's like, okay, I'm doing it.
Well, people need that right now. Yeah, more than ever, right? We need that. So anybody can channel? Or is it certain people that can do it? And is it a frightening experience? Can it be?
This itself, it depends on what kind of evolution you are on your spiritual journey. This itself, it came as a spiritual journey, an evolution for me. I think when you've opened up and cleared enough and healed it within yourself, more of your, energy centers and chakras open up, and your connection. And once you raise your vibration, which is we've been doing in essence with all this healing, is that opens up and it raises our connection, our vibrations and frequencies, so we can connect to the higher. It's connected to me. It's the connection to the higher realms and the power of spirit, the higher realms of light. So everybody can learn this and feel this. And a lot of people already, they say, oh yeah, I might get this little feeling in my gut, or I kind of feel this way when I'm talking to that person, or that person I really feel like, headachy or nausea around. So they're feeling and they're sensing their intuition. And it's a matter of opening up and clearing to allow these messages to come through. So yes, everybody who's human, any animals, of course, our animals are intuitive as well. We know that, but everybody can open up to this. And that's one thing I would just love to share with the whole world now. It's like, we can all do this, guys. We can all go in, we can open up, we can connect to our spirit guides, loved ones, and angels. And when you talked about, is there a little scary part about that? Not now. 10 years ago, maybe, when I was opening up, and you're learning about different energies, and and I don't even focus on the dark or say negative, creepy energies anymore. I was at a time where certain things, it was like everybody has a test, call it our psychic defense test. I've done psychic defense classes, with, can I name teachers in this? Yes, can I?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Angela DeHaast in Georgetown is my very first spiritual teacher, who helped me opening up and started my groundwork for healing at a soul level through the chakra balancing and aura cleansing and meditation, which led to healing with a like-minded circle of people, and sharing that with the group, which launched me off to my healing path. And that's what I love to share with other people. But there is issues, but her words still stick to me so wonderfully, reminding myself, yes, we've acknowledged that the light and the dark are there, but do we want to focus on it? No. We do learning. In essence, we've learned, learned about the light and the dark, but I don't like to stay in that vibration or feeling at all. I've healed and grown, and I think we all go through. Yeah, you'll talk to a few of my friends who've gone through these classes. A few things have happened where it's like, yeah, that was it. That was a test about the light and the dark. Oh, we passed it. Okay, we're good now. So I call it building up our psychic defense. And one thing that's so important, and I always share this with my meditation classes, and even before we open up to our chakra balancing, is grounding. And I'm going to say grounding and centering, but I call it grounding and protecting. But some people aren't ready to hear the word protecting, so they want to hear grounding and centering. So that's literally before we start any energetic work. We go in, we take our deep breathing, we start centering ourselves. We grow our roots from our feet we grow roots deep into the center of the earth, to our core. And once you feel that strong connection, It's a matter of bringing up this beautiful silver liquid energy light up my feet, and I bring this through a series of steps through my meditation. I fill my whole body up with this beautiful silver metallic light energy, and then from above, I bring through my crown chakra, I bring down beautiful golden light energy, and I have these energies swirling and filling within my body as I'm grounding and centering and protecting. But the biggest thing, and most meditators know, we wrap ourselves in a bubble of white light. And that's huge. And we can extend this bubble of white light around ourselves, our house, our town, our city, our country, and our world. And so we do a lot of peace meditations around the world. We are sending all around this world. But going back to the centering and balancing things, once we get that white light around us, I also encapsulate myself in a silver lining. I imagine like an eggshell. And it's a beautiful silver, metallic silver lining. And I also encompass that with a beautiful gold lining shaped like an eggshell around my body. So in essence, saying my meditation prayer, saying that now we know we are safe, protected, and loved within this light and the shield. Only positive energy can come through to us, and nothing negative can come through our lovely protecting white bubble of light there.
Wow. Okay, you know what? We are going to have to do multiple interviews because we've only scratched the surface. Yeah. We've only scratched the surface of all this. But you know what? Why don't you take a moment right now just to let everyone know what you do, how they can get in touch with you, your website, whatever other information you want to impart right now.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Right now, I'm redoing my website, but my old website is still up. But you can reach me, and my new one is going to be out too, but my old one's still there. But the website is www.truebeingsoflight.com. Right now, also you can email me at melissa@truebeingsoflight.com. At this time, in this unprecedented time, we are all online now, and this has been one thing that has actually forced me to work with our technology now. And so now I'm doing online readings. This is it now. It's all online because no one's coming to my Georgetown studio in the midst of what's happening right now. So I'm online through Facebook or Zoom calls. I've been doing readings through energy healing as well. I do distant Reiki energy healing as well. And anybody can reach me and contact me if they have any questions. I am doing a lot of even more, I'm going to say greatly discounted readings because I just want to get the word out to the people. Like my guides say every day, share, share, share.
Wow.
So that's what I'm doing now. I'm sharing and sharing. So yes, you can reach out to me. I'll love to do all these online readings now and also distant Reiki energy healing. And I've also just begun a YouTube channel. And so I'm just once again learning the ropes for this new technology, which is coming this week. But I was lucky. I had a lovely, beautiful photographer, Pooja from Zoom Into Life Photography, and she did a beautiful job, which is also going up on my website, these lovely new pictures and a beautiful signature video. So far I have that up on YouTube.
Wow.
My goal is to share my messages on YouTube and even channeled meditations as well. Just so, once again, let's get this message out. So that is my true goal there. And I believe on YouTube it's Melissa Brankowitz. I think it's linked up to my name, I don't think it's connected to True Beings of Light. Yeah, I think it's Melissa Brankowitz.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking some time today to talk to us. And we will definitely have you on again because we barely scratched the surface of all of this.
I know. Well, thank you.
Barely
You're welcome.
did that.
This has been fantastic. Yes.